Welcome back to the channel. For those of you who are new, where have you been? You're missing out on so much.
I'm Sarah.
I'm Nick.
This is Nick. And we are on a quest to travel the world by van. The van is parked just over there and we are halfway or more than halfway up the tallest mountain on mainland Portugal.
Yes, we're probably about 1,300 meters up. Crazy drive to get here and the scenery is absolutely amazing. It's quite windy up here. It's getting a little bit cloudy. It looks a little bit stormy.
So we're going to clamber down and get back to the safety of the van and carry on up the mountain.
As you do when there's thunder and lightning storms come in, get to the highest point you can possibly find. If you've been following our vlogs, you'll see that we've been traveling through central Spain and it's been quite hot, to say the least. So it's quite nice to get up a mountain and it's a bit windy and really refreshing. Check out that little house.
Actually a house. That's so cool. Hello. I don't think they live here anymore. Hello boys.
Hello boys. Charlie, you'll love the weather out here.
Oh, it's beautiful,
Oh.
Charlie. Beautiful for a little mountain dog.
Just pulled off the road again because the views are outstanding, but it's also a little bit fresh, so I think I'm going to go in the van and hopefully Sarah's got a nice little hot stew. She's not letting me in. She's not letting me in. What have you got cooking?
Right, well we've got leftovers from yesterday. We did like a kind of sweet potato and these big beans. I'm not sure what they're called. Big beans like in a curry. So we've got some left over, so we're adding a bit to it. And then we're going to make a meal out of it now. And it's a nice hot meal because it's actually cold. I'm actually considering covering my legs and putting leggings on.
I'm looking forward to putting my hoodie on, putting my joggers on, my trainers, my socks and getting nice and cozy.
You always have to go over the top, don't you? So we're really glad that we did the detour and left Spain and come to the national park here.
Didn't know what to expect really. Knew it was the highest peak on mainland Portugal, so that's, you know, a reason enough to come here, but the scenery has just been outstanding.
Yeah, it's brilliant. I think we're very close to the top now. It's just winding up the mountain with crazy cool views. Big bowl of soupy, thick soupy leftovers.
My favourite.
Sweet potatoes have disintegrated a bit from yesterday, but I'm sure it'll still taste good.
So good when you're halfway up a mountain and it's a little bit chilly outside and you got a nice hot
Bowl of slop.
Hot bowl of slop, can't beat it.
A little bit of hot lunch, guys, and we are back heading for the peak of this mountain.
Slowly, quite slowly. Don't want to push him too much.
The peak, we've stopped at this statue, which is the Senhora Boa de Estreia.
Pretty impressive. It stands at 7 meters tall. It's carved into this incredible rock formation,
So
which is pretty cool. And I think it's carved to watch over the people trekking through the mountains. Just made that up. I'll Google it and tell you in a bit why it was created.
Are you completely telling fibs?
Yep, always.
It sounded good.
Pretty impressive.
It's really impressive, isn't it? And I think we have to leave a little trinket for good luck here. So we'll see what we've got.
Let's see if we've got any exPAWers stickers or cards.
Oh, that's a good idea. I mean, then that's fine, isn't it? It's a trinket, so.
It's supposed to be a holy thing. What's that then? A holy sweet?
I'll put
A holy sock?
Is that all right?
Not one of our best, but we'll do.
I've had to do it. I've got to put my leggings on. It's got that bad. It's got cold. It's quite cold, isn't it? We're at the peak now, by the way, and we're kind of in the clouds a little bit. So we're going to go for a little mooch around.
It's getting a bit erotic, this, isn't it, Merlin?
I'm showing my butt. Yeah, so we're going to go for a little walk, and I think we'll just spend the night up here because it's almost sundown, isn't it?
It's a bit weird up here though, because you know, you expect like a peak, like a mountain peak, and it's quite like a flat plateau. There's a ski lift here that leads up to the top. It's a big massive car park, and then there's like a commercial centre with like 3 floors selling loads of specialty cheeses and Serrano hams, chorizo, stuff like that.
Nothing suitable
Bit
for
weird,
vegans.
bit random, yeah.
But there's loos and stuff in there. There's toilets you can use, and I think it's okay to stay up here.
I mentioned before, but at the bottom of the hill, before we made this climb up to this incredible peak, just stopping at Lidl to get some groceries. Now, you probably recognise this guy if you've been following us for a while, the legend that is Alan.
Hi guys.
He was in Morocco and then he went back to the UK.
True.
And he's there obviously for lockdown, and then he's come down here. We had no idea that you were down
Absolutely
here.
No. I've just been in the area for a couple of weeks and come to do some shopping, and there you are.
Yeah, and if we hadn't, Lidl, bringing people together, our favourite supermarket. So we've just been in and got our shopping. Alan's got a stock of his van now.
Yeah,
no?
I've got to go and get some supplies.
And then we may see you at the top of the
Yeah.
Concordia de Estrella. If Vinny makes it, that is, if he makes it.
I've got a tow rope. You'll be all right.
Yeah, we've got contact numbers, so we'll be all right.
Yeah.
Now, how awesome to bump into Alan again.
Yeah, it's
Brilliant.
Absolutely brilliant.
Okay, the
Complete
Vinci-
surprise. Over to the van. All right, guys. Okay, brilliant.
There you go.
Yeah, 2 hours,
Anyway,
let's go
let's
before
get
the weather
there.
changes.
Yeah.
Come on then, Charlie.
Go on, Charlie. I'll see you later, maybe. All right.
Cheers, Alan. Hopefully see you in a bit. So how random was that? We saw Alan back in Tarifa, and then just
in February, wasn't it?
Yeah,
We've
in
been following
February.
along. It's February we've seen him, and then obviously randomly just met in a Lidl in Portugal. So it was really good to see a familiar face.
Yeah.
So he's parked up next to us now on the top of the highest peak in Portugal.
Anyway, it's pretty fresh here, so we're gonna go out and see if we can actually find some sort of peak.
But
Rather
this is
than
the
a car
peak,
park.
isn't it?
Yeah, but which rock is the highest? You probably noticed behind us, Alan's van is a little bit bigger than ours. He's actually parked a little bit ahead of us, and he's got quite a bit extra at the back.
Yeah, like almost double size. We have got like the smallest van ever.
It's very rare when we find someone with a smaller van. And we shake their hand and buy them a beer. Well, that's the summit. The view from the top is a little bit clouded over. The sunset's gone behind the clouds. And Sarah's starting to moan, it has begun.
It's become very, very cold. We've gone from 35 degrees to, it feels like about 10. I don't know, it's really cold.
Oh, well, Alan, probably shouldn't tell Sarah this, but he said it's not going to be too cold tonight. It's going to be like 7-8 degrees.
Really?
But yeah, it's a very random place. Some sort of run-down towers.
Yeah.
An abandoned building over there, a small church with... Yeah, anyway.
A bit ghost towny. Anyway, we're going to go back to the van and warm up.
Maybe have a mulled wine. Good morning, guys. Yes,
We made it!
we made up for sunrise.
We're up for sunrise. Can you believe it? And it's an hour earlier here because it's an hour earlier than Spain. So we're on
Same UK time,
Yeah,
so
well,
it's like
this-
7 o'clock in the morning.
Yes, but we've been down here for about 15-20 minutes and the sun's just come up.
It's pretty fresh.
It's very
Pretty fresh, but we're all laid up, and it's pretty special up
We're
here.
kind of sat above the clouds, aren't we? Because we're 2,000 metres up. And just a really nice feeling to be up at first light and enjoy being up this mountain, even though it's freezing.
We're the only ones out. Haven't seen anyone else. Dizzy's in the van asleep.
Yeah.
He's got more sense.
He's back to hibernation mode now. Little Charlie's with us. He's jumped up.
Yeah.
So we're just going to make the most of it before we go back for coffee.
First of all, I'm so glad we made it up for sunrise. We've got all these beautiful rock formations again, little like valleys and little sort of corridors, natural corridors, and it's pretty amazing. So glad I woke up for it. Second thing, have you seen what Sarah's wearing? Have you seen what she's wearing? We're going out to take pictures of sunrise, and look how she comes dressed. Should we just go through the outfit?
Now listen, I was in a complete rush, yeah, and I wanted to put as many layers on as possible. And I think what actually killed it was these pants.
I think what killed it was the pajamas and then the socks and sandals.
Yeah.
I think that's what.
Yeah, you're right. So, sorry guys.
You all thought you were following a fashion channel. This is the fashion setter. The fashion setter of the 20th century.
Officially embarrassed.
Anyway, let's get back to the van and make ourselves a nice hot coffee.
And put something decent on.
Put something decent on and hopefully get a crumpet on the go. Hey, look at him go! Woo! Johnny.
I didn't think it'd last very long. Oh, you ready to go back to bed? It's cold, isn't it, sweetheart? Dizzee just literally runs out, do his little wee, a little poop, and now he's ready to go back to bed. This is where we ended up spending the night, right here. Alan's van next to our van, and it was a pretty cool view and quite nice watching the sunset last night, with the clouds moving across. It was crazy.
Just cleaning this little boy. He's come alive again now. The roles are reversed. He's just like a new dog, bouncing around. That's how we love him.
Such a sweetie.
Crazy, it's one extreme to the other. Like a week ago we were moaning a little bit about the heat and
We weren't moaning.
and having to get ice every day to have nice cold drinks. Now it's hot drinks all the way.
It's just below 10 in the van, so we're slowly warming up. But you know, saying that, we did sleep really comfortable last night. We were fine, and we don't even have a duvet or us like big sleeping bags with us. We've literally got a sheet, a duvet cover, and then like a blanket, and then we've got a couple of these sort of blankets too. And of course we've got two snuggly little dogs that are both under these blankets now. Look, I look like a granny, don't I, with a blanket and the two little doggies.
Like a granny without the blanket. Yeah, it's funny, last night this is like a fridge. This cupboard here is like a fridge because there's a draft. This drawer is pretty cold.
Yeah, it's because there's vents. There's a vent at the back, so with the winds coming that way, you've got a proper draft. So we put a blanket over this whole area, and that kept the drafts out. So we were fine. We did sleep all right.
But it is exciting. It's cold and
yeah, we've gone from one extreme to the other, haven't we? I mean, obviously, all summer we've been in southern Spain and central Spain, so you know we haven't had temperatures like this since I don't know, January. And then all of a sudden we're up a mountain. It's it was about 6 degrees last night, I think, wasn't it? Got down to. So all of a sudden we're just like, oh, winter, winterized kind of thing.
just need to get our diesel heater sorted now.
Yeah, we have got.
That's a must.
Yeah, we've got everything we need to do that. We just want to put some new tube in, and we've got the new little cylinder, but we didn't want to do it last night, did we? We know we need to give it a good blast to make sure it's all working, and then we'll be completely sorted.
Because we've been like summarised for the last, I don't know, 5-6 months. Like Andalus is the hottest hottest place in Europe.
Summarised.
Summarised.
Is that a thing?
Well, it doesn't mean what I just used it for in the context.
So anyway, what have we got planned for today, my darling?
Lots of hot drinks, and no, we're going to go on a little hike, and there's some other mountain lakes, and then just wander around this like lunar landscape, this incredible landscape
Enjoying
up here.
it for a bit before heading down.
So anyway, let's get warmed up, have some brekkie, and go somewhere else. So we've left our park up at the summit of this beautiful mountain, but we haven't got very far.
I think it's going to be a slow descent because there's so many awesome views to stop and, you know, take pictures of and have a little look around. So we're in no rush. It's going to be a good day, a nice day today, weather-wise, we hope. So yes, but we would like to get a hike in before the end of the day.
Definitely.
But it's not what we expected up here, is it? I don't know what we expected.
Okay guys, so we managed to find our hike. It's about 12 kilometres there and back to this little lake with a sinkhole.
We're going to fall over if we talk and walk at the moment. It's really unstable. We've left the boys at the van mainly because we want to get there and back as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
But judging by this ground, we're glad we did leave them. Plus, there's no shade.
Yeah, so we've left this lake, and then I think it's about another 3 or 4 kilometres past this to another little lake. So.
Yeah. So we'll see how we go, and we're just really hoping that there's going to be water in it. We're getting there. It must be anyway. We made it. Probably about 45 minutes, would you say?
Well, people say like an hour and a half's walk, and yeah, we've done it in 45, and we can see the lake now.
But we've been walking so quick. We've almost been running, like I've almost twisted my ankle twice. Because we thought it was further, so we just wanted to get, you know, going as quickly as possible. But we're here. Here's the lake. It's not very big though. Unfortunately, this time of year, there's not enough water for it to be cascading into that hole.
Bit of a shame.
Bit of a shame, but the surroundings are just beautiful, aren't they? And we're going to feel really fit by the time we do 6 kilometres back.
Yeah, so you just got to picture it, use your imagination, imagine like magical wonderland of crazy rock formations with this beautiful cascading sinkhole, all lush, crystal clear water. Yeah, if you want to come here, I advise coming in spring when the water levels are much higher, and you wouldn't even see that concrete block, and you wouldn't even know it's artificially man-made. But it's still in stunning surroundings and well worth a hike. And you see what's on that rock.
Did you guys see that? Did you see what it was?
Such a cool little cricket or grasshopper, totally camouflaged with this rock.
Exactly the same as the rock. I wonder if it's like a chameleon that changes to the environment, or is he just from this area?
Well, I've just lost him. He's dropped down there and lost him. Pretty cool though, you just couldn't see him. I looked away, looked back, and he'd gone.
You've probably stood on him now. So was that worth the hike, love?
Yeah, it's good exercise, good exercise. We haven't done a hike for a while. It's practicing for those big hikes in the north. So guys, we're about halfway back. We saw this viewpoint though on the way, but we're on a mission to get to the sinkhole. But we basically just got to walk
the length of the lake.
The length of the lake now.
And then we're back. I think we're over halfway. So
but this is probably more impressive than the actual sinkhole.
Yeah.
The scenery around here is incredible.
Yeah. It's pretty hazy. In fact, it's very hazy today. But it's, I mean, it's spectacular, isn't it? So also, Nick and I were just saying that how some parts of up this mountain range really remind us of back in Norway. We just didn't imagine to be somewhere in Portugal that remind us so much of parts of Norway.
So if you don't like the cold and you don't like driving massive distances up to like the Arctic North,
yeah,
just come to Portugal. boys, there they
Hello,
are.
sweeties.
Hello, little ones.
Hello. You
Hey.
didn't even hear us coming, did you? Out of it.
Oh.
Out of it, hey? You had a good sleep. Yeah.
Wasn't too much for you boys.
It would have been
Come on,
too
Charlie.
much for them. It definitely would have been too much.
Come on, jump.
Yay! Good boys. So I wanted to film Nick having his little after hike snack, but it went down so quickly.
These are essential must-haves for a van. Some people think water jugs, filtration systems, all this. Get yourself some peanut butter and digestives. These can keep you alive in an emergency situation, or just keep you alive day to day.
They are actually, with the peanut butter smeared on the digestives, it's a really good after hike snack, isn't it?
Or
Because-
during hike. Better than these.
better than those
Then
naughty
these aren't
chocolate
too bad.
things.
See, anyway.
So where are we going now?
Well, we do have an idea actually. We're probably leaving this national park and heading down the mountain. There's two options. Now both roads look a little bit wiggly giggly. Higgledy piggledy, sorry. But I think we're going to head down the mountain. It's probably still going to be an elevation of like 1,000 meters, and then we'll be heading north. Off the main road, and we found an amazing spot to park up for the night and to watch the sunset and the sunrise. But it's all go go go.
It's all go go go. Yes, we've got to do dinner. Nick's gonna have. We're both gonna have like a wash or a shower. We want to get everything organised before about an hour before the sun goes
We've got
down.
to set up the cameras, set up the spots. There's loads of like natural sort of plateaus and little places to watch the sunset.
Yeah.
So we need to get everything set up.
so we can just relax with a glass of wine at sundown.
So we made it for sunset. The van is sorted. We've cooked a meal, or Sarah's cooked a meal, and we both had washes. We're both fresh.
Feels so good after the hectic, crazy day that we've had. And this location is just absolutely amazing.
It has to be one of the best we've stayed.
It's got to
I
be in the
think.
top 10 for sure.
Top 10.
Maybe,
Yeah.
maybe
Okay,
in
not the
top
best
5.
because that's just.
Maybe top 5.
But we've got it all to ourselves. Sun's going to set there. It's going to rise there. These stunning rock formations
Yeah.
that we've just had the whole time we've been up here.
We actually came uphill to get here. We didn't realise, but we went down to 1,000 meters, and then now we're at 1,300. But you know, totally worth it. We've had such a good day today, haven't we? This national park is brilliant. It really is, and we've still got a sunset and a sunrise to go before we leave. Will it or won't it be the perfect sunset? There's a bit of low cloud. I've got a proper brilliant natural rock position. I've got my wine, and can I just mention, there's a little bit for your butt to sit in. Look.
Oh, look at that. As long as you got a little butt, you're all right, aren't you?
It's just perfect, that is. A little cushion there, and it will be perfect. That's amazing. Cheers.
I'm not too bad either, thank you. Got me lovely throne. The Iron Throne, Game of Thrones. Eat your heart out, look at this. Perfect.
There's so many good spots, isn't there? You can
armrest,
actually just sit your little bottom there,
Yeah.
and then have that as
You
like
get
a
your little
table
dog up
behind.
here,
Exactly.
Charlie.
There we go.
Yeah,
Look at
that's
that.
Charlie's little seat.
Look at that scene, little Vinster as well. Studio lights.
Wow, look
Oh.
at that. Oh my god.
This is how we're vlogging at night now, guys. Did you see the difference between... Yeah. Anyway, really quickly, we've come inside. The sunset wasn't exactly what we hoped for, but I mean, it's just so amazing
It
out
was
there.
pretty special.
It's-
This location is
Oh,
incredible.
it's amazing. And you know what? We've got sunrise, haven't we? So quickly before we go for this evening, we've got like a little seedy salad. seedy as in seeds, not seedy as in dirty.
Bit dirty, dodgy,
Dodgy.
bit like, you know, red light district Amsterdam. Never been there, heard about it.
And then we're having.
That's the seedy salad, by the way.
That's the seedy salad. A little pasta bake with broccoli and seitan, a bit of nooch, and it's still warm because of the tinfoil on. And I'm sure it's going to be okay. It was a really quick dinner because you see we were rushing around and.
So cheers, guys.
Cheers.
If you're not watching this with a glass of wine, then get yourself one. And yeah, we'll see you in the morning.
Good morning, everyone. And this is a different view from camp, but as you can see, it's pretty spectacular. The sun is about to come up over the hill there, and I mean, we've just got just amazing views, really. As you can, I don't know if you can see, Nick's just beyond the van there.
Good morning!
And it's actually quite mild today. It's a lot milder than at the very peak. Yeah, so it's totally manageable and it's quite calm. There's not much wind and it's just beautiful. So we're going to have coffee now. And here's the little babies. Go on, Diz, this way.
Yes, good morning, guys. And what a beautiful morning it is in this absolutely stunning location. It's actually even better today. It's a lot clearer. You can see all the little towns. There's a little bit of mist in the distance. It's absolutely beautiful. I think we're going to be spending a lot of the day here, actually, or at least half the day. And last night it was amazing. Again, the stars in the sky were just incredible. Such a clear night last night, and when you looked over this kind of flat plain, you could just see all the twinkling, sparkling lights of all the little towns and the streets. Absolutely amazing. What a nice last find before we head down. But look at that, sunrise is coming and coffee's brewing.
So cheers everyone, here's the morning coffee, and well, I think we're going to end the vlog now because we've got to edit it. It's going to take forever to edit this one. So thank you all so very much for joining us up here in the mountains. This is an amazing national park, and oh, they're off again.
Those little doggies.
They love it here, they love it. They're in, out, aren't they, the whole time.
Yeah, amazing national park. It's probably going to be one of the highlights of Portugal, I'd say.
Yeah.
We've seen a lot of the coastline and explored a little bit inland.
Yeah, so it's really nice to come up to these up to this mountain area region. Yeah, we would really recommend coming up here if you're in the area, if you're in Portugal, northern Portugal. But anyway, yes, thanks for watching, guys, and who knows where we'll be next.
Spain or Portugal. Yeah. Is that getting old now? I don't know which route we're taking, but we are heading north. So stay tuned and we'll see you in the next video.
Bye.
Oh.
But for now, we've got to go down the mountain. Quit. Cut.